Let's enter into stillness of the inner space. Centering in seeing, deepening the center of seeing as much as you can. Observing the body and then beyond. Observing the quantum plane, the plane of subtle energy waves. The mind is in the quantum field. It's a subtle field. Body is gross. Body has a brain and nervous system. The quantum field has chakras and nadis. Center in the field of the mind, observing all thoughts, images, forms that appear. And just center in beingness, stillness. And the way that you open your consciousness is to expand your seeing capacity in the mind, the perception. To seeing every thought that arises, seeing every emotion that is there, associated with the thoughts, and observing the ego as well, that is a thinker, bringing up patterns of thinking and feeling. Observe all in a detached way. Detached doesn't mean denial. It's equanimous. No attachment, no aversion. Just observe objectively from a loving space of being. As much as you can open up the heart to love without purpose, just to be love. That's how you open the seeing. Seeing every ego pattern, even the ones that hold you, that we tend to be unconscious of. Go a little deeper to observe them, the moods. And open your consciousness as much as you can with the wish to see more. So what you're doing, you're uncovering a larger self. You're letting go of a lower self, which is the body, that part of us that identifies with the body. And coming into a deeper space of seeing. And here, subtle ego will become visible. And you let it go. No need to follow the ego. You're trying to uncover your infinite self in the stillness, knowing it's always there. though we're like prodigal children, getting caught up in the senses, in the ego. Let's go back home. Home is always there. The parent is always waiting. And just let go and relax in that feeling of being at home. In that space of infinite being. No worry, no pain. No desire. Just to lay back in that field of infinite loving being. In that field of restfulness, peacefulness. Allowing yourself to be nourished by that. The ego that is meditating. Allow it to be nourished. Follow the rhythm of the breath. The body must breathe to survive. Follow the breath of the body until you can feel the subtle waves of prana or pana. And then begin to follow that together with the breath. But when you follow the subtle waves of prana and apana, you enjoy the pauses between the breath, where the prana continues and the apana continues. And at some point for some of us, the breath will become shallow, but the prana apana will continue. In ceaseless rhythm. And then you're centering in the observer of that rhythm, in the observing of that rhythm rather. But observe how you are nourished at every level. Mind becomes nourished, emotional being, vital being, physical body. And if you give attention to organs within you, just a thought power begins to bring the prana there. And they too can be nourished. The brain and the eyes and the heart and the thyroids and the parathyroids, adrenals, liver, spleen, pancreas, stomach, everything becomes energized just by your holding it in the field lovingly. The glands in the reproductive area. The body cells, the bones, the joints, all precious to us. And just hold the ego loosely as you channel from your infinite self. The ego is completely pliant and compliant. If a mantra begins to resonate because of practice, allow it to. You get the best out of it in this field of stillness and seeing. And just let waves and waves of love fill your being. It's most nourishing and healing. Now let's slowly return by extending the attention. Still keeping that center of being, but now observing the gross body. And we're going to introduce more air into the lungs gradually. Gradually do it, respecting the body and really allowing the energy to guide you. So just breathe out slowly. You can through the mouth or through the nose. And then breathe in deeply. Slowly and completely, and then breathe in deeply. Go slowly first as you bring more oxygen into the lungs, and then you can go a little faster as the body allows you to. No haste. I like to use my mouth first because it's easy to come out, no resistance. The brain will feel clearer and the senses will feel more energized. Now I use my nose. I have a strong root and a strong spinal column as I do that. Because I draw prana as well to the different chakras, and I enjoy lengthening the breath, opening up the belly, opening up the chest, going up to the throat, and it's just magical as I open the lungs to breathe fully with a strong spine. And that was with a strong core, like in reverse breathing. So it builds the qi in the gut, in the lower dantian, for those of you who follow the Chinese system of qi. So this builds the qi in my body. And I use the different chakra areas to strengthen the dantians. And now my body feels really vital. The core feels strong. I have more oxygen into my system. My senses are more alert. If I were to get up from my meditation seat, I am alert, vibrant, not shaky. And here's where we'll close the stillness segment with the sound of Om. So breathe out through the mouth. In through the nose. Again. One more time. In through the nose. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. I hope you all enjoyed the meditation of stillness segment, the being silent, and opening up the seeing through centering.